March 13th here today, and I'm standing here in Western Illinois. As you can see behind me, this soil is honestly about ready. It feels like it could plant. We're probably going to be approaching 50-degree soil temps today. Should be highs of like 74. My audio might be poor today because the wind really is ripping here behind me this morning. But what I wanted to hop on is we've been getting phone calls, guys asking, hey, I got fall nitrogen put out last year. Where's it at? I used NServe. What kind of conditions am I looking at? So I'm going to attach here some photos with some different screenshots of soil tests I'm currently looking at today. But I'm also going to pair it up with 2024 data. The reason being, if you guys remember, about a year ago at the same time last year, our soils actually never really froze, state of Iowa or Western Illinois. But really, March last year was the demise of our ammonium to nitrification process. And why I say that is this: nitrification is a biological process. The warmer the soil temp gets, the faster that process occurs. We like to say at 7-degree soil temps, it takes about 9 days for that nitrogen to convert. Again, we're staring out here at 40 to 50 degree soil temperatures, so that time period is going to take a little longer. I'll also attach a chart here that shows you guys the days of conversion and what that process looks like. With 2024 data, what we saw last year was some very consistent yield results, and with that was very consistent soil temp results. And we saw that happen, or soil test results happen, across the Midwest. And why that's important is this: is we're shaping up 2025 to look a lot just like 2024. Inputs are high priced. Everybody's looking at how are we going to cut costs on the farm this year. Nitrification inhibitors and Servant Instinct are not one of those. Even with spring nitrogen applications going on here this week, possibly in the next couple of weeks. I'll also attach soil test results from 2024 and what we saw last year with March applications of nitrogen. That March nitrogen last year, and even in April, went through that same process of what we saw in 2024. Soil temps climbed up. We saw that nitrification process begin. And then last year, if you guys remember, April and May became pretty wet months. We watched that nitrogen flush through the profile. I think the deciding factor last year that really bought some nitrogen loss fields out of those conditions was the fact that we had a lot of mineralization a year ago on some of these fields. So we never know what the future is going to predict and what the Mother Nature is going to give us. With that, I will attach, we do have some updated BAM weather forecasts here for the next 60, 90, 120 days or so. So I'm going to attach those as well. But as we look at the weather forecast and we look at warm soils, these soils probably aren't going to go back and freeze, where this process is ultimately going to about stop. So make sure you're using a proven product like Servant Instinct this spring. And if you have any questions, please reach out to your Nutrient Maximizer teammates. Thank you.